Hey everybody, hope you're having a good morning. This morning's been pretty good. Last night I went in and put a video up, and I had put a disclaimer on it that I recorded it before everything that happened. After I put that video up, I ended up painting because I only paint when I'm emotional, and that's where my outlet is. So hence the bigger bags underneath the eyes today, because I was up till 4 o'clock painting. I feel a lot better. I've gotten a lot of the inks out of my system, if you will. Um, I completely respect anybody who does not feel like videoing. I give you 100% of my support on that. It's completely your choice. I always say you do you. That doesn't just apply to makeup. That applies to your life too. And I think that should apply to the world. If we let everybody do who they are and not be so judgmental, maybe stuff like this wouldn't happen. It was a horrific attack. Terrorist? Probably. I think so, my personal opinion. Because the terrorist is an act. Oh god, I'm trying to remember the exact definition and I don't. But basically, from what my personal opinion and reference of the word terrorist is somebody who attacks for beliefs and systems that are different, or to oppress or hurt somebody who is different than they are. That's what I kind of feel like. But, I didn't want to stay on this too long. I don't want to talk about this too much. This for me is a release, an escape from reality is another one. When I'm painting my face, it's like painting a canvas. I kind of find it a bit of an escape. One other thing, this month I'm going to try to put a video up every day. I know. They call it Vlogtober, where you vlog every day. And not every day is going to be makeup. Most of them will, but some of them aren't. I haven't done a final walkthrough on my place, which I'll do like the living room kitchen one day. I'll do the bedroom, hallway. The bathroom really hasn't changed much because the setup kind of left me with little to do. Only thing I did was put up another curtain, and that's about it. I haven't finished decorating in there. Sorry. My throat's still a little sore from painting last night. I know that sounds crazy. I shouldn't be, but I was drinking. You know how that is. I've had a few drink last night, and my throat's a little sore from it this morning. It is what it is, right? We all do different ways to escape pain and deal with it. But anyways, I'll be doing videos, not every day, but I'm going to try to get as many in as I can. And some of them are going to be personal vlogs, the things I've done here. Yeah, pretty much it. So it'll be a little bit of mishmash this month. I'm going to try to get as many tutorials as I can in, because the Kat Von D, and I'm looking at the tutorials, and some of them are really beautiful, bold looks. But there's not a lot of everyday looks using this, and a lot of people, as much as I like bold, and I do bold a lot, I like bold with everyday too. So I try to, do a combo here, and I found a couple looks that I really liked with this. So, saying that, let's get into it. This is the Kat Von D look number 1. Alrighty, today we're going to start out with my, I forgot my eye primer. You know what, this one, I don't have to have eye primer with Kat Von D, I'm finding, which is nice. Alrighty, first one we're going to go into is called Crucifix. It is the dark brown one over here. Over here, I'm going to take that, and it's a dark brown, just gently tapping and putting it in the outside corner, and just kind of fluffing it up and into the inside. It's a pretty brown. It shears out nicely. It's very cool tone brown, which is what I was looking for. There's warm tone browns, cool tone browns, and raspberry browns, I would call them. Browns with a little bit of a red undertone. Same thing here. Putting it in the outside corner. You can tell I'm a righty, because the right eye I always get done easier than the left. Which is funny, when I paint with a paint palette, I actually use my left hand. Go figure, right? I was supposed to be a lefty, but my dad, back in the old days, they had that belief there was something wrong with lefties. Even though my mother was a lefty, he kept smacking my hand until I stopped using it. bring that more of a point. He smacked my hand until I stopped using it, so I use my right to write with and to do things on my face, but when I'm painting, I actually use my left. It's kind of weird. I talked to my agent about showing my paintings on here, and she's talking with me about it. I do have an agent for my paintings. I'm not prolific, means I don't paint continuously. I only paint when I'm emotional, and that creates issues with I don't put out the volume most other people do. Okay, you can kind of see how I kind of brought it up, V'd it over, and arched it in. Same thing here, though I'm not as sharp on this side. Like I said, they can be sisters. I don't always get twins. But, my agent said she'll think about it and let it back to me. But because I only paint, like, a dozen pictures a year, I'm not a very... some people can put out paintings every day. I have to be in a mood. Otherwise, it looks blah, even to me, and I don't like it. So, I only really paint when I'm emotional. Like, last night and last week, I was a bit emotional, and I got some decent ones. Last night, I got some phenomenal ones. But she, at this point, is not letting me show it on YouTube because of copyright issues. She says I have a style. I don't know. I just paint. She ran across one of my paintings and liked it so much she started representing me. But, it is what it is, right? Okay, you can kind of see up corner. Alright, now I'm taking the color Exodus, and that is this bright green. You'd think it would be too much, but it actually shears out nicely to a green yellow. If you don't foil these colors, they do lose intensity. You do have to build them up a little bit, which I can deal with. It's not a big deal to me. I have found with this palette that if I put two colors that are too close intensity together, or too close in shade range, like the red and orange, sometimes by the end of the day it muddies to the same color. That has probably been the only complaint. Now, it doesn't happen with every two that are similar, but enough times that it's been frustrating for me. So, I'm touching more of that Exodus. I'm sorry, you guys should have told you what brush. I'm using my Juvia's flat. It's actually a concealer brush, and before I was using the Juvia's fluffy brush. So, sorry about that. You could use the Eco Tools one. I find the Eco Tools and the Juvia's work almost identical. And I'm just going back and building up that color. And then I'm kind of lightly fading it into the brown. Now, what I did last time is I took some of this Exodus and kind of packed it on out here. And it doesn't look like the Exodus. It turns almost a deep green. The two shades blend together, kind of like stained glass does. Because if you've ever laid a green stained glass over a brown stained glass, you get a dark green. That's what I kind of think about when I'm using this. It kind of reminds me of how stained glass works together. Okay, now intensify the inner corner. Okay, now I am going to grab this one I got in a BoxyCharm, and I'm actually really liking it enough that I actually looked up the brand. They are not selling this yet, which is really frustrating, but they're supposed to be coming out in 2018. Is the Moda Pro line. I like it much better than the original Moda line. I found the original line, it just didn't work as well. This is a much better brush. I will definitely, after 2018 when they're available, I'll probably be ordering a couple of these crease brushes. I even like the blush brush, so I'm willing to give a couple of other brushes a chance. But this is the Moda's crease brush number BMX430, and I figured with these having numbers on them and hopefully the price is reasonable, I can at least then tell you the numbers. Like I said, that was my only complaint about the Juvia's, so I like the quality of that too. Okay, now I'm going to take a Man, which is this light. It is a yellow cream. It's a creamy color with a tinge of like a yellow undertone. I like it for the upper brow. Buffing it in using this crease brush. Kind of arching it down towards the inner corner to get this whole upper part. Just blending it in. The reason why I like doing the white last is because it helps diffuse that brown, so it's not so intense in your face. You're still getting the intensity there, but look how that diffused that whole thing. So if you really want to keep it light, this is an awesome thing to do. Then do the same thing on the other side. You just gotta be careful. I'm not using a heavy hand. I'm using a light hand for blending here. That's one thing. You don't need a heavy hand with these. A light hand works just fine. I'm gonna grab a little bit of more of the Amen. Tap it in there because I want to intensify that lightness right there. Be careful not to go too far because then you'll lose that darkness in the dark corner, which I just did. Dang it. That's okay. I wanted to blend it in a little bit more. So you could leave it like this. Some people really like this because they didn't want too dark in the outside corner, and this would turn out beautiful. Now I'm going to amp it up because y'all know I got to amp it up. So I'm going to tap into that dark brown again, and I'm going to come back and deepen this outside corner back up because I like it a little deeper. Crucifix again, just gently tapping, and I'm just darkening that outside corner again. So I lost some of that with blending. And that's the one thing, when you blend with this, it'll shear out. That's what I found quite a bit. If you want it intense, you kind of have to pat it in and leave it there. Same thing with this side. I drag that in, drag that in. I create that higher crease for my deep set eyes. Alrighty, I think it looks good. I did decide to intensify that green just a little bit more. I am going to take that flat brush and I'm gonna hit, I don't have Fix Plus, people. I always keep thinking to buy it, and they had a sample there for a while. I was debating on getting it, but I got the Urban Decay All-Nighter, and I just use that for and substitute Fix Plus, and I find it works just fine. I want to intensify that inner corner and the lid. So this fills out nicely. All these colors do. But if you really want that really intense green, you're going to have to foil it out. There we go. See how that intensified and not so washed out? Oh, be careful. I'm just blending from the brown into the green. There we go. I want that bright green right there on the lid. I think this green and brown is a beautiful fall combination. I'm going to soften this a little bit up here. Here we go. There we go. Almost get too intense there. This is just a big... It's a bigger version of the fluffy brush from Juvia's. I think they probably call it a highlighter brush, but I like it for quick blending. I'm actually touching Crucifix just a little bit and deepening this one up a little bit because one side's a little deeper than the other. There we go. I like the deepness. I like making it a little deeper. Besides, when you blend this at all, like I said, it blends out lighter. I have a camera behind this, you guys. A mirror behind the camera, and to help me, because sometimes this viewer screen off to the side is a little too small. So, and I wanted to bring you guys in close so you could see what I was doing. There we go. Just take that big, fluffy, probably highlighter brush and just blend that out. There we go. So we've intensified this inner corner and brought the green over the lid. Now I want to take a little bit of the Exodus and hit Absolution, that one up here. Mind you, I still have a little bit of Fix Plus on my camera. I am getting some green touch down into the Absolution. That has been a problem I've noticed. The colors transfer into this one way too easy. So then I have to like scrape off when I go to use the next one. And I'm just hitting the inner corner. Yeah, like that. Mind you, this is still damp a little bit from the all-nighter, so it's really helping it, the glitter in there, intensify. Plus it gives me a lighter highlight. You could probably not, you can pick what kind of inner corner highlight you like to use. None of these are really appropriate for an inner corner highlight, I find. The Exodus is too sheer by itself. That's why I'm trying to mix it with the green to give it a little bit more opacity, because it is just too sheer. It's a good wash. If you want a glittery overlay, Absolution is great for that. Here we go. Yeah, that created a nice inner corner highlight. Alrighty, time to do concealer. You know what, since this is 16 long, I'm going to pause you guys while I do my concealer, okay? I'll be right back. And we're back. Concealer's done. I did put a little blush on, not a lot. And I have my lip gloss from Buxomon. I was checking my hair, it's still damp. I took a shower before I started videoing and my hair is just like, I gotta let it dry before I do anything with it. Alright, now I'm gonna take my Makeup Academy brush 311 Smudge Detailer. I'm gonna take the color Exodus. I'm not foiling it, you can if you want. I just knocked off a little extra because this one always pulls extra product. And I'm going to go underneath the eye, in the middle. I'm going to do that in both eyes. There is a little fallout with this if you don't knock your brush off, which is my mistake for not knocking my brush off. I'm touching into Crucifix now, that dark brown, and I'm going to do the outside corner of the eye and smudge it into that brown that I have out there. Kind of smudging it into the corner here, creating its own wing with the Crucifix, sorry. Again, same thing on this side. Now, I'm going to knock off the brush. I'm just using my color switch. I'm going to just take this plain brush, or you can grab another one, and I'm going to smudge between the Crucifix and the Exodus. I keep wanting to open my mouth. I don't know why. There we go. That looks much better. Create this. Drag that wing up a little. That fake wing. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna put some Stila because you know me and my bling. I would do I like a stronger highlight on the inner corner. So I'm gonna do Stila and Diamond Dust. I think that would play off this really well. I wish the gold tone is too gold, and I thought about using the satin, but it's not. It's too brown. So the Diamond Dust is what I'm going to end up doing. So I'm going to put you on hold again, sorry. I'm going to do this in the inner corner, and I'm going to put my mascara on and show you the final look. I'll be right back. Hey guys, I'm back with the final look. I thought I'd pull you in a little closer so you can see exactly what it looks like. The brown and the green, the crucifix and, oh shoot, I can't even remember the name of the color. It's right in front of me too. Trying to not make this go too long. The Exodus and crucifix kind of blend to a dark green right here, so that's kind of nice. It gives you another layer of color. But yeah, that's pretty simple. Those three, I used Diamond Dustus on the inside corner and blended it up. I don't have any highlighter on today. And the lips, I have Buxom, one of my samples that I got, that holiday sample pack, and it is the color Sophia. Here, we can do it without blinding you with my light. Just a light pink. I naturally have really intense color lips, so this plays it up. My hair is mostly dry. The curls are kind of wonky today, but they are what they are, right? Alrighty, you guys. Until hopefully tomorrow, I'll remember to do this again. We're gonna see how long I can kind of keep this up. If it's a little too much, let me know, but I figured with all the videos I kind of want to make this month, this is the only way I'm going to do it. Alrighty, well, until next time, remember, you all take care, and you do you. Bye!